Hi, everyone. Brad here, Delta Awesome. And I want to talk about the cornerstone fundamental part of coaching that just matters more than anything, which is the coach has the ability and then therefore needs the consent to muck with your soul. Now, before my pastor gets too angry at me at this, I don't mean the literal soul in the religious sense. I mean, it's actually the fundamental core of who you are, right? Coaching is about growth. And you're going to grow as fast and hard as you can alone, but a coach's job is to help you go further and faster, especially important if you need to grow faster than your company needs to, which since I tend to work with CEOs and about half my book of business is high growth CEOs, we're always able to forecast to some degree of fidelity. What does 18 to 24 months look like? How does your job change? How do we grow you into that? But I can't grow you into that unless I'm kind of mucking around with that inner working stuff that you have. And I can't just say that I'm going to do that because I'm tall enough and handsome enough, because I have enough credentials, because enough people told me that I'm good at it. You have to give me consent every single call, every single meeting, every single walk and talk. Now, why is this so valuable? Look, in any coaching relationship, there's two attributes that should be the same, which is number one, you're looking for somebody to level up so they can become a peer with you as a coach. And number two, you're looking for their next set of problems to become your next set of problems. Better, higher order problems is what you're going for. But you never get anywhere if you're just throwing platitudes and frameworks. I know this YouTube channel seems like it does a lot, but actual coaching calls don't overuse frameworks unless they land in that personal time when it matters a ton. That consent to muck with somebody's soul is a turn of phrase to mean the importance of this work. I firmly believe I choose to be a coach. I could do and do a lot of other things. I believe that this is my best and most impactful ROI on the world through helping CEOs know what they're doing, do it better, achieve better results through the systems that is their company, their employment, their ability to attack a market and spread like wildfire fire throughout that. And I'm so unabashedly on a CEO side to do this, I will not only muck with your soul, I'll take you to the woodshed when you're screwing up, even if I think you are and I'm wrong. But if I don't have that core, key, fundamental social contract with you that I have this, I'm allowed to do this, you're allowed to reject it, but I have consent to do this, we're nowhere. This framework came up because I was talking to a coach who was brought in to do a facilitation of a strategy day. It was virtual, it was during lockdown. And the COO had been a longtime client and friend. CO brings him in and he's talking with everyone doing all this work. And of course, being an excellent coach, he notices that the CEO it just has some blind spots, standard stuff, nothing that any of us would ever question as normal, but still blind spots, still a rate limiting step for the organization at large. He brought that up to the CEO. The CEO fought him on it in group, stonewalled him, got incredibly angry, wrote the nastiest of nastygrams 72 hours later. And basically, all the good work that had been done up till then and all the good work that could have come out of that was lost. Was he wrong, the coach? No, he was accurate. What he didn't have was consent, and the other person felt that it was mucking with his soul. Hey, you're changing the way I am, and I believe I am. And without consent, people's barriers come up. They get fighty or attacky or flighty or leave. Whatever they do without that consent, it stops them short. I have noticed this with clients over years and years and years. Now, the good news is because I enter into contracts or even enter into first conversations with people telling them this as a joke, I already de risk it because they know what they're getting into. The hardship is when you want to be a coach or an advisor or someone who's helpful, you need to ask consent. Hey, how can I help you in this? Hey, if I see a blind spot or a problem, how do I bring it up in a way that you're receptive to hearing it? Hey, have you ever screwed up before? Has anyone you love in your life ever called you on it and you said, "Wow, thank you for bringing that up to me"? How did that person act and react? These are all the mechanisms to say you've given me consent to act this way to change who you are as a person because you believe that if you change who you are as a person, you'll keep your job, you'll do better at your job, you'll be more effectual at your job, which is my job. Anyway, that's consent to muck with your soul. Thank you for your time.